Hello and welcome to Homestead Imaginations. I am Josh and today I'm planting my potatoes, finally. It is April 28th, a little behind schedule of when I wanted to, but this is what we've got for my potatoes. And I'm doing a couple different things. I went 4 to 5 inches deep with each of these rows. I've got 5 rows, and this first row is all Yukon Gold. And so I'm just going to do a quick try and look at the eyes. Some are better than others. That one's like literally a very tiny one, but I want to show this because I want to be able to compare my results and see how everything does. So these are all of the Yukon Gold, and so that's a nice cluster there. And then the next one, and I don't see where the sprout is. It may have fallen off. I did knock some off on accident. I was not being very careful. I'm trying to rush. It's getting dark out. It took longer than I thought just to dig the trenches and figure out exactly my spacing again, even though I had it mapped out. So then the other 3 rows, or the next 4 rows, are all russet potatoes. But the next 3 rows, I did cut them up. The Yukons are pretty much 1 eye per potato. I came across different people. You said you can do 1 eye. Everyone recommends at least 2 eyes per cut. So I kind of varied. I wanted to, again, do some testing and see how things are going to go. So the Yukon Golds are pretty much 1 eye per slice. And then there's a mix of the russets if I have 1 or 2. So there, this one has 1 eye. This one has 2. The next one has 2. This one just has the 1. This has 1. And 1 there. This one has got 3. So a little extra on that one. There's 2. 1. 1. And 1. So this is going to make the video a little bit longer than it needs to be, but I'm just, like I said, I just want to document the results. I want to see and be able to compare like what plants did better, what harvest did better compared to, the different ones. I'll be able to go back, watch this video as I harvest, count how many potatoes I get, how much of a harvest it is, and then be able to compare and be like, all right, this one had this many eyes, this one had another. This one has 2. There's 1 right there. Right there. It's a small one. That one's 1. Again, everything, with gardening is, do as much research as you can and do your best to figure out what's the right thing to do. And then you gotta try some stuff. You gotta be willing to fail. Like maybe the ones with the single eye won't produce anything. That's okay. Actually, I want to, because that's heading. Yeah, I guess I'll screw up. I'll leave it like that. Then this final row, I did see a video where they legit just they didn't even cut the potatoes up. They just completely, I'll flip that around, just put the potato in whole. So this last row, I am just putting them in. I'm gonna actually dig those just a little bit deeper because they're dug for little cuttings, and these are a little bit bigger. So I'll actually dig those just a little bit deeper so they go in further, so that way their depth is about where they should be for the cuttings. And then I'm going to go through and cover this all up. There's all the topsoil that I took out of here, which is crazy. Just these little trenches going 4 or 5 inches deep fill the wheelbarrow. So yeah, so that's it. That's what I'm going to do. Dig these a little bit deeper. Then I'm going to fill everything in, get it all set, put the the mulch that I have on here, which is grass clippings and some kind of like the straw type material. Here's my excess. Here's some of the different potatoes that either didn't have any eyes or like really small ones. I tried to pick the best ones out of the russets. I used everything I had for the Yukons. I should have bought more at the store, but at the seed potato store, the local farm tractor supply store, So like many of these don't have, like, they have like tiny eyes, but like not much growth, or they have just like one tiny one. So I used the best ones that were growing, the best eyes, and that's my leftovers. So that'll just go in the scrap. And if I had more space, like, I'm maxing this out. Like, even some of the potatoes are going to butt up against the garlic, but I'm hoping by the time these start really getting big, I'll have already harvested garlic, so it shouldn't interfere with the garlic that's in right now. And then those potatoes will just go in the compost, so they'll get put to good use. At the ends, this is how I marked it out. I marked out the 5 rows, spaced them out. They're about 8 inches apart from each other, about 5 or 6 inches away from the edges, and like I said, 4 to 5 inches down is my setup that I am trying. We'll see. It does seem like on graph paper, it seemed like this was going to be good spacing. It does seem like this is a little bit tight, so I'm definitely going to be curious to see how well this does. But it's my first year growing potatoes, so like I said, like, you gotta make some mistakes to, you know, get better at this. So we'll see how this goes. I might need to give them a little bit more spacing. It looks like I think this might be just not enough. So, but here it is. Here's the potatoes going in. Alrighty. Thank you for watching. If you see anything that I can improve on, hit it in the comments. Let me know how your potato planting went, how many you're doing. So this is a total of, I think, 47. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 47 total between whole potatoes and then the cutting the slices with the eyes on it. So 47. So if everything goes well, it should be 47 plants coming up. So we'll see how it goes and how many potatoes I get. Gonna be fun. I'm excited. So thank you for watching. I hope you liked the video, and I will catch you next time. Keep the imagination rolling. Bye bye.